Welcome back, Adrenaline fans. This is Ryan, and we've got a special guest here. He's going to be the golden voice tonight, Chad Cook. We'll think of a nickname. I think he likes Cookie. We'll see how that sticks. Both Tyler and Trevor are away doing God's work, I'm sure. Welcome back to the Adrenaline game.
Yeah, welcome, everyone. Glad to be here, step into some big shoes. I think that's a size 14. I'm not sure, but
At least.
here we go. I think it's Story here, and we're in the number 3 tonight. She loses it down low in the corner. Edmonton picks it up and gets it out of the zone. There they go. They're entering. Number 4 in Edmonton gives it a little give and go. Will drive towards the net here. Takes a good shot. And a good save by Eliana. Edmonton picks it back up. Getting the cycle going. Drops. Another pass across the triangle and a good shot on net.
Edmonton's been a hard game or a hard team to play against this year. They usually put up a pretty good fight. We've been lucky to come out on the winning end more often than not, but they definitely push the pace against us more than most of the other teams so far.
Here we go. Adrenaline looking for their first line change. It's Marley, takes down low in the corner, puts some pressure on the forecheck. But Edmonton seems to clear the zone. They go back in the park zone, bringing it in. Little spin move, but no, not having it. Amy says no way. I'm gonna take it, get it out of here. So not quite past the blue line, but here they come. Oh, got to be careful. Those little back checks are super potent.
Definitely. They got to be hard on the sticks when it comes to that. It's Edmonton's definitely going to try and take every advantage they can to knock the ring off your stick and turn back the other way.
Oh, Edmonton with a good shot. Good save by Eliana. Stewart Park trying to set something up and doesn't make it in the 5 seconds. You know, Ryan, it's always a bit of a problem when our goalie can't get rid of that ring. It's nice when they can just move it and get the play going again.
Definitely. That speed transition out, it starts with the goalie, but she has to have options to throw to. So hopefully the girls can get a little bit more movement and shake their defenders to make it easier on Eliana.
Edmonton picks it up. They're coming in. Park's holding a really strong triangle position here. But no, checked just over the free ring line. So Adrenaline picks it back up. There we go. Amy's moving it. So got Emily S. takes a good hard shot, just misses the top corner. Hayden back in, gets that ring back. Emily S. looking something to do with it, tries to take it out front and denied by the hard checks of Edmonton. It's really hard to get through that triangle sometimes.
Edmonton plays pretty strong in front of their net, so the girls, I hope, will start to just make some quick, decisive passes, and it really changes that.
Oh, what a good shot. Just missed. Brady's picked it up here. She's going to start to try to get going on the cycle. Edmonton's pushing out pretty hard here. They're being very aggressive with their triangle.
And that's the difference with some teams. Some teams basically stay right in front of the net and
Go shoot it. Oh, nice shot by Hayden.
And then others will chase you right to the boards, which is a little chaotic and hard to work around, but
yeah, they both can be quite effective. Just depends on different situations, I guess. Edmonton goalie's just going to leave it there in the corner. They're going to regroup here. Nice bank pass off the board. Something I don't see enough of usually is that pass off the boards. Highly effective.
I agree.
McKenna had it there for a second, and then Edmonton back in, put some more pressure on. Oh, the shot misses the net. Oh, a little drop pass. Edmonton trying to get something to happen here. Adrenaline just seems to hold strong. Oh, little shot there. Good save by Eliana. Looking for her outlet here. Here we go. Adrenaline on the move. Out to nobody.
This is the difference. Sometimes I find that, you've got to make that quick decision and get it out, but the forwards have to be somewhat anticipating that and be there so that the pass just doesn't end up coming right back in your zone.
Yeah, it's a lot. You want to pick that ring up on the move, keep that speed going right through the whole zone. You can. I got a quick goalie ring here. Adrenaline sets up, and here they go. See if they can get out here. There we go. We got a quick giveaway, and Edmonton's got it back. We got to get on this forecheck. Adrenaline needs to put a little bit more pressure on Edmonton in their zone. Edmonton back in. Oh, and it's right off the crossbar. Goalie's best friend, they say. Here they go. They're coming in the zone here. You got Olivia. She's taken down a little bit. No call. Oh. Free ring, it looks like, for Adrenaline. 4 in on Edmonton.
I was a little surprised on that, Cookie. I thought they would have called a penalty on that. It looked fairly obvious, but Stripes know more than I do. That is definitely a known fact.
Yeah, from ice level, sometimes it looks a little different, I guess, than up here in the stands. Regardless, Adrenaline's got a free ring here. Let's see if they can do something with it. Not sure if that was a anticipated drop pass, but it works. And comes Amy looking for that opening. That either get your body with the ring or just the ring through it. Just kind of looking for them to give you anything.
I liked on that one, though, they've got the Adrenaline have a player in front. I believe it's Peyton, and just ready for a pass. Sometimes you get caught in that perpetual cycle, so throwing a little kink into it and changing it up is definitely harder to defend against, and I think just better for the girls to get more chances as well.
Here we go. Edmonton tried to get it out. Oh, just misses the net. Edmonton picks it back up. Oh, nice. Park does a good job of creating a turnover right in the offensive zone. Hayden with a nice shot. Goalie decides, I'm not even going to try this. I'm just going to hang on. You see that a lot sometimes when the goalies don't know where it is in ringette. They just sit there and don't even want to move just in case.
Yeah, you never want that ring slipping by you and accidentally going in off yourself. So I think that paralysis is a smart play sometimes.
Hey, Cassidy providing pretty strong screen there in front, and Hayden gives it over to Brady. Brady's going to start all three Adrenaline players here in the line, looking like they're going to do something. Nice drop double drop pass. And Edmonton figured it out. It was a great little play by the Adrenaline.
Well, right from the start, you probably noticed, Chad, that just the speed, it makes a difference. So even if the other team's more aggressive checking, speed will change that a bit. So good job on the Adrenaline starting that off.
Yeah, and so you know what they say, speed kills, right? So
boy, does it. Oh, nice defensive play there.
So we can.
And that's a big thing coming through that neutral zone. If the girls can keep their feet moving and really keep skating through, you'll get through most of the pressure and just keep the play alive and make such a huge difference.
Cassidy just takes it right all the way around and right to the front of the net. Goalie's just hanging on to it a little bit too long.
Starting to see a little bit more pressure from the Adrenaline in this offensive zone, which is nice. Edmonton definitely had more of the chances at the beginning. Eliana had to make some big saves, one off the crossbar, but it's good to see White coming back and changing that back on, putting Edmonton on their heels a little bit here.
Ooh, yeah, it's nice to see when Adrenaline can, kind of weather the storm at the very beginning, and Edmonton comes out firing, and then it'll start to maybe make Edmonton play a little bit of their game rather than the other way around. Oh, here we go. We got Marley pick up the ring here. Oh, she looks like she lost it. Back down in adrenaline zone, right to one of the Edmonton players. Couldn't get a shot off stick, right in the way. Edmonton has got more of a stationary kind of offensive L passing strategy. Oh, just passed it right over to the player. Oh, nice little back check by Marley, but not enough for them to get rid of the ring. Here we go, Eliana with a quick save, and then Dremlin back on their way out. Forwards need to get moving here and give a good outlet. Got to get going with those feet and start moving a bit. They're just covered, and they got no one to pass to. Here we go. Olivia's starting to move it down. Gives it back up to Story. Story's got to start driving her feet here.
You can see on that one, Chad. Oh, sorry, Chad. Didn't mean to speak.
Oh, Amy with the goal. Nice. Picks it up and takes it right to the net and puts it top corner.
Good job by Amy picking that up. She realized there was pressure. Story had two girls on her all the way in from the red line, or the ringette line, sorry. And Amy was smart. She didn't take herself out of the play, went to where the ring was, picked it up, walks in and roofs it. Yeah, gorgeous play on that. So much so they've right now chased the Edmonton goalie out for the first little bit.
Well, Eliana is out here too. I'm not sure what's going on.
The way they're coming together, I thought we were going to have our first ever goalie fight. I've never seen it, but I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't have left.
Looks like that was Amy's 11th goal in the 6-game played here in the second season of the Black Goal League.
That's impressive.
She sure knows how to put that ring in the net. Eliana's back in her net. Both goalies are back in their respected ends. Timekeeper rings the buzzer, maybe alerting the refs that game is ready to continue. But the refs are stuck over on the Edmonton bench. It looks like getting a little bit of a talking to by the Edmonton coach. Ryan, I know what that's like. I've been there.
Sometimes you forget a rule or you just need an explanation that isn't so easy.
Okay, looks like the discussion is over. And they're just coming out to explain to the adrenaline bench what was discussed there. And hopefully we can get this play going and get this Crazy Frog song ended.
I agree. This has been a little too long of one song.
So I'm not quite sure. Maybe Edmonton didn't like something about the goal there. I'm not quite sure what happened, but regardless, there's been a long stoppage of play here. Crazy Frog is off, so that's good.
You don't know till you go someplace else, Cook, but Heinrich's DJ service definitely stands above the crowd when you get into other arenas and hear some of the choices for sure. So again, 5 out of 5 stars. I'm positive is their Google review. Check them out.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. You don't know how good you have it until you experience something else, isn't it?
True enough. True enough.
So Edmonton here, they look to draw even before the end of the first quarter. In Edmonton, they're starting a little bit of a cycle. The players move around a little bit. They look like they got that L. They want to get into the L passing. They want to make their passes either horizontally across the ice or vertically down the sides. Emily's picks it up. Here we go. We got the attack coming in. Peyton picks it up and looks like she's about to start our cycle here. A couple girls going the other way. Look for a drop pass. Yeah, there it is. Amy comes back up. Nice save. Good shot and save.
I like that she's coming around out front of the net. They're kind of giving her that space to do that. And more often than not, if that keeps going, I think she'll put in a few more behind the goalie.
Yeah. It's really good for her to recognize that opening and take advantage. But they got to get in here and check that. Get this ring off this girl. Adrenaline with the dump down the ice. I'm never a big fan of the dumps down the ice in ringette. I guess the time there made sense.
I think that's just
Smart.
it, Chad. I think just with I think there's about 5-6 seconds left. It can't usually come back to haunt you, but I agree. Usually, no matter what part of the game or time, you're still trying to make that play and nice pass out of your zone more than just throwing it out.
So any analysis from the first quarter? It looked to be a pretty even matchup here. I'm sure Edmonton wants nothing more than to take down Adrenaline, and they're showing it. They're putting a lot of pressure on. They're forechecking hard in the defensive zone. They're pushing out on that triangle pretty hard, and you could see how that pushing out on that triangle though opens up those spaces for girls to take advantage, like Amy. So
it does, and when you're watching the Adrenaline in there, and you'll notice they're not stationary to where they don't move, but they play a much tighter triangle, which I think most coaches prefer. A little easier on the players and just less chaotic to where it doesn't open up the gaps for the other team to shimmy shake through. Edmonton hasn't really picked up on trying to get those passes like you were talking about to open up. I think both teams are going to try that. The nice thing with our team, the Amy's picked up on the fact that they're not blocking her at the side of the net. So instead of just cycling around again, she's cutting in, and until they stop that, I like that part of it. So we'll see how the second period starts off, but I'm looking for the Adrenaline to push the pace a bit more and just tighten up in their passes coming out into the neutral zone. And like you said, maybe some more board passes to where it really is on the forwards to skate into the play. Yeah. It's pretty hard to pinpoint pass every time you try it, right? So that's what I'm hoping for.
Sometimes, Chad. Yeah, it's good if they can pass it to where their forwards are going to be or where they got it to go and get it.
And sorry, we were missed that intermission was brought to you by Trevor Braslick's, or I think it goes by Teabag's window cleaning. The higher the window, the more he likes it and the better he is.
The higher the window, the deeper the bag.
That's right. That's right. And I'm pretty sure right now it's a new company. He pretty much will do it for just muffins and any kind of pastry. So check them out.
Edmonton starts with the free ring, center ice free ring, and just decide to dump it in. They opted to dump it in, and for a while there it looked like Adrenaline was going to get it out, but Edmonton seems to have got possession now. See if they could figure out what to do with it here. Shot goes off of Cohen. Just keeps her pair pushed out. That's a good defensive. Here goes Edmonton. You see that you notice they don't do a lot of cycling, do they? They definitely just seem to want to pass it into those spots and try to move it around, almost similar to more of a power play style in hockey.
I agree. And when they do cycle, it's more just one player. They don't really try and open it up too much or drop passes. It's, I think, a little easier to defend when you know it's just one player moving.
Good. Cassidy picks it up from the goalie ring. She makes a move and dumps it down the ice. It looks like Edmonton player touched it, but the refs did not pick up on that. So Edmonton back with the ring in their zone. Dump it out. Hayden almost grabs it, just quite couldn't get the...
A little too much coffee. She had the jitters there, Cookie.
Yes, overskated it just a little bit there. Edmonton back in their zone. Nice drop pass. There we go. Good over. It looks like they want to have that. They want to have a shooter in that shooter position. Try to get a nice open. Oh, shot clock goes. They don't have a lot of those, or they haven't this game, so good on Adrenaline to keep them to the outside, not let any shots. Adrenaline picks it up. Story grabs it. Oh, misses it. So Edmonton pounces right away. Comes right out in front, decides to wait just a little long. Good for Adrenaline. Here comes Cohen. She's got a head of steam on her to see if she can get a little play going on. She's right back to her. Here she goes. Can she take it in? Yep, she does. And oh, nice save by the goalie.
That play just shows you right there, though. Like Cohen comes behind our net, nice and speed, doesn't stop skating. Quick, simple pass out, gets the pass right back to her and right in on net. So good to see those types of plays progress.
Olivia picks it up, picks it back. Edmonton gets it back though. Story's got to get back in her top spot. Oh, a little scrambly right in front of the net there. It's always scary. Oh, a nice save by Eliana. Edmonton got a nice clean shot off. And Eliana was right there.
Yeah, big save on her. Their Edmonton walked in a little too easy on that one.
Yep. Olivia picks the ring back up. It was almost taken away from her, but Adrenaline got it back. They look to set something up here. She hangs on to it. You got Eliana banging her stick, meaning that there's about 10 seconds to go in the shot clock. So Adrenaline's got to get goalie ring. There we go.
And that's where when you hear that stick clanking and you know you're running out of time, you don't want to force a shot, but it would be good to see them drive that net a little bit more.
Story back check, scoops it up and takes a nice little quick shot. The goalie was a little fooled by that, but it just kind of ricocheted around in the pads. Oh, nice job of Marley driving that net. It's good to see. I like to see when a nice quick turnaround and they just charge straight to the net for a shot. Sometimes that transition game is so important. A lot of goals in ringette come from transitioning as opposed to, off of that cycle. So it's good to see.
Oh, nice play on the blue line. This is what you want to see from the Adrenaline. They're being aggressive in all the areas and forcing the play, and quite often then you'll get that turnover, pick it up, and come right back in.
Amy starting the cycle off again here. Just feel like little drop pass to Emily. Oh, she falls down and scores at the same time. Look at that. Right in the net.
Edmonton goalie definitely knows he made a mistake on that one. He was holding his Keeley to his helmet as if he just wasn't quite focused on that one.
Just was not expecting the shot to come along the ice like that.
I mean, it was a hard shot. I could tell from here. Probably clocked around 80 miles an hour if I'm guessing, but still, I'm sure that Edmonton goalie would love to have that one back.
Yeah.
Nice play from McKenna in the corner. She used her partner as support pass, and away they break out.
Peyton's chasing it down here. Oh, and she looks like she wins the race. And no, they know. Okay.
On that one, it went off of her skates, so she couldn't pick that ring back up.
A little bit of a fight here for the ring, and they get it out. Really bouncy right now. The ring is all over the place. McKenna picks it up. She looks to get out of their zone and puts it into a nice open spot for Amy. Fires it straight over to Michael. It was all alone there, but Emily decides she grabs it, rips a nice shot.
I really like how McKenna plays. She definitely doesn't sit back as a defense person. She goes in, she anticipates the play, and I love watching that because it usually forces the other team to make mistakes.
Yeah, it's always good to put some pressure on and make them make a decision. A lot of times, even if they make the right decision, sometimes they make the wrong decision, and you want to take advantage of those opportunities when they come. Adrenaline controlling the play down into Edmonton's zone right now. We got about 12 seconds on the shot clock. Cassidy they're getting right to the front of the net, and a few times tonight, a couple times I saw Cassidy do it. Looks to drive right in front of that goalie. It's a great place to be. I mean, if the triangle lets you do it, That's what you got to do. If they're going to let you take that front, then take it.
100%. So let's see what they'll do off the offensive free ring here. They don't take many shots, and I know it's not always a high percentage play, but it is nice to see them switch it up. Looks like there's some conversation going on, so pay attention. Maybe there's some magic about to happen.
A little back pass. This is an interesting play by Adrenaline, where they opted to put the ring out of the zone and then back in. It seemed to work for the time being.
You could tell they were trying to bring it over and get that far cross pass and then go, but in a play like that, if you can stab that ring and make it work, it's magic. If not, the nice thing is it didn't cost you in that case, but it could.
That's right. Oh, that was a hard hit into Edmonton.
Nice goal.
It looks like Cassidy.
Yeah, so Cook, it was almost like the two Edmonton players took each other out, or the one just dove, and Cassidy was able to pick it up. The nice thing, she didn't feel pressure. She walks in, makes that deke move, top corner backhand. That's perfect. The goalie really doesn't stand much of a chance then.
No, I can see the ref was a little hesitant there. She didn't know whether she should call a penalty or not, but I think she made the right call, the right non-call, as Edmonton flew into the bench. That's Cassidy's third goal in his sixth game of this second. But good for her to keep putting the ring in the net. Here comes Edmonton, right on the drive, right off the center ice free ring. They want to get this game back. They want to get this game back into their favor. And you're going to see a big push from them here, I think. They don't want to let this get away too carried away. And their captain takes a nice hard shot and just misses the net. Adrenaline's able to pick it up here again and get on the move. Livia passes it up to Story. Story comes in, just gets her stick knocked. She had some speed there going, like you said, Ryan. That speed is so critical.
That one half a step you get by, and maybe that stick doesn't knock yours out, and it's just a game of inches sometimes.
Edmonton right back in here. Their captain again. I'd look out. She's got a great shot. So Eliana, she shuts the door. Looks like he was trying to go 5-hole. Diana gets that out. Really strong on her stick there. You could see her putting a lot of pressure on it. Edmonton's checking away, but here we go. Back on the...
Oh, if they turn this quickly, here's a breakaway. Go, go.
Oh, Amy, yeah, she picks it up in her... Oh, the goalie makes a good save there.
Even with my cheering, that didn't help, but that goalie made a nice save.
Edmonton counterattack. A nice shot and just missed wide.
The nice thing on that one, Chad, is Peyton was right on that girl, and I didn't allow her the time to really take it. Oh, here comes our chance now, back and forth.
Yes. You know, I'm not really sure Edmonton wants to get into this game of trading chances with Adrenaline here. Oh, if you're down by 3, you got to do whatever it takes to try to stop the bleeding and get going on your side. So
the Edmonton goalie's pretty good. Even when he goes down, he's got some pretty quick hands. So I honestly think if the girls get more chances, semi-breaks, breakaways, they really need to deke.
Yeah.
I like how aggressive Peyton's being in the neutral zone too. The more you can disrupt it, like she is now, she's still right on it, and Edmonton hasn't gotten set up. There's only 9 seconds left in the shot clock. Good job by Peyton on that shift.
Yeah, it's not always just about taking the ring from them. It's also just about trying to wear down that time on that shot clock. If you can hold them out. Peyton takes a tumble.
Obviously, Sniper in the Edmonton side must have thrown a penny on the ice or something, because she's usually pretty sure-footed.
That was both sides, I think, was the call there.
I believe that's what they called, yes. Normally when I don't know an answer, I go to the one source that's never wrong, but my wife is down with the crowd, so I'll have to get back to you on that one later.
So we got Adrenaline's in a very defensive stance there, ready to block anything going across that trying to get across from one circle to the next, but Edmonton still They're really looking for those top corners here. I don't know, maybe they got a little bit of a scouting report on Eliana, but they're looking for the top corner goal. Trista did a great job there, holding on to that ring for as long as she could, but 3 against 1 is really difficult to hang on.
Here's our chance again.
Brady
nice
gives
pass.
it right back up to Cassidy. Just a nice little stick check there by Edmonton.
And Brady did a great job on that. It's just a simple little pass into the open. You don't have to throw it too far ahead and make the other player skate into it. And unfortunately, got a little, not the greatest shot away, just a couple ticky-tacks, but it's good to see them progressing and pushing on that play all the time.
So we got 30 seconds to go in the half here. We'll see which team can, if any team can make something happen. We can hold up Edmonton. Adrenaline's holding them up here really good in the zone, making it very difficult for Edmonton, but it looks like they might be able to get, they got about 15 seconds left here. They're going to have to get something. Oh, opts for a shot. It was a good shot too. Nice blocker saved by Eliana, but Edmonton stays with it. Gets that ring back. Oh, Hayden, nice shot block. Doesn't allow it to come through right at the buzzer. Well, that was a great second quarter. I think it was nice to see Adrenaline pull away by a couple of goals. It'd be good to see them keep that pressure up and maybe try to pull away a little bit further.
I agree. I think in the next period here, I'd love to see them kind of tidy up a little bit in our end, make a little bit quicker decisions getting that ring out. What I find, and it's not our team, I think a lot of teams in Ringette do it, you'll see the defensemen pick up the ring. They don't use a lot of support passes at certain levels for whatever reason, when ideally they should, and they'll try and skate through 2 or 3 people. And if you get through, it's great, but you're just making it really hard. I think one thing that as the girls play and start pushing the pace, they all realize when they're all involved in it, it opens up the chances for everybody. And then whether it's a defenseman, a forward, a center, everybody gets those ring touches. And I think just your team just becomes a much better team because of that.
Yeah, it's always a challenge, between that individual skill set and looking out for that team first. I mean, everybody here wants to be part of that team, but to train your mind to kind of look for that team, look for that outlet, look for that support, it's always a bit of a challenge. And it seems like as they get older and they start moving through this, we see that a lot more and more. So hopefully for this next, the last half of the season and the next half of this game, we see a lot more of that. Typically, if you have 1 or 2 players on you, that means that there's a lot more open ice somewhere else. So if they can get that ring over to that ice, it really opens the game up.
Yeah, I agree. Those quick decisions make a world of difference, right? It's all controlled, but the sooner that ring is off going to where you want it to go, that play just moves. And when you watch the higher levels, it is such a speed game. So the Adrenaline are good at that at times, 100%. But I think going into the deeper part of this session and into session 3 and hopefully into provincials, that can really make you a hard team to play against. So in between here, Cookster, I noticed Edmonton, they do have 2 goalies, so they're rotating in. This goalie she definitely is a big goalie to get around in the net. She takes up a lot of space. So this is going to change it up for the Adrenaline too. They're going to have to really find the weak spot and go from there. So here's hoping.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how the way that they've been crashing that net and getting it in front. It's going to be interesting to see how this much larger Edmonton goalie handles that play from right in front of her. We got Diana taking the ring here. She's going to start off. Adrenaline with it. Everybody's yelling. I don't know if it's a confusion part, but everybody's yelling for that ring, and it goes right to Edmonton's skates.
I like to call it the seagull.
Yeah. But Edmonton comes right in. Nice shot right to start their half. I'm sure they're happy with that. Coaches probably talked to them, and they wanted them to settle down a bit and see if they could get this game back in control.
Yeah, sometimes it's not about the shot quantity, it's the quality and selection for any team, right? Edmonton definitely is trying. it's amazing what I've noticed this year with Eliana, and that she is such a good positional goalie, and she's just a good goalie, good size, but she plays position really well. She's very rarely beaten, so they're going to have to work hard to get one by her.
They are, and she's very focused. It's nice to see. Edmonton looks like they had a little play drawn up right off the free ring, and then again, that adrenaline triangle just seems to not really give too much up. They just keep forcing everything out to the outside. And oh, the shot gets through there, though, but a nice stick save by Eliana.
Oh, this is where you got to be careful. Cutting back in front of your own net. That can be a tricky one.
Look at the ring pinned up on the boards here, and the ref just calls it down. Edmonton going to start with an offensive zone free ring. Adrenaline changes up the lines. They want to get some fresh legs out there, see if they can get this ring out of the zone. Look at that girl exiting the zone and coming back in. A little bit of miscommunication there.
Oh, here's the Adrenaline's chance if they can take advantage of this.
We got a 3-on-2 coming in. Amy drives straight in front. Oh, a nice little shot. There's a little hook there, not caught by the refs, but just enough to spin it. Eliana takes a nice shot.
Oh, nice try by Peyton.
Nice quick free shots by Adrenaline. There we go. A little bit of forecheck. Get the ring right back. And a penalty is called here on Edmonton. I wasn't sure there.
That's funny, Cookster. I was just about to say that, yeah, the refs are letting them play. Almost, I don't know, like I don't mind playing. It's not a non-physical game, but that hook was pretty obvious when you're the ring carrier breaking in. So I was a little surprised, but I guess you go to that well too many times and it's going to come back to bite you, and it has in Edmonton. So hopefully now the Adrenaline can make them pay for that mistake.
We'll see what Emily decides to do here. So, maybe a little crisscross. Oh! A miscommunication. That was a tough play there. You know, it's always hard to do those misdirection plays like that. It's always a concern.
Both players bounced up pretty quick, but that was definitely a hard head-on collision.
It was a hard hit there. You know, you're always... When you practice those, you always want that ring carrier to be on the inside and the person picking it up on the outside, but there's little miscommunication. Luckily, nobody's injured.
And like you were talking earlier, just with how aggressive, oh, nice try, Cole, and how aggressive Edmonton's playing, they really don't give you much space there. So I can see where our players just ran out of room, and unfortunately, then you're running into somebody.
Yeah, you get trained to stay inside of that on the right side of the free ring line, and you don't really want to exit it, allowing that extra defender to cause some trouble for you. So players are trying to tell McKenna to go in, but she just opts to jumping in down to Peyton here. Let's see what happens here. Cohen says, you know what, I'm game to go in, and I'm going to join the play here. So she jumps right in. Here she's got it right now. Let's see if she can make something happen with it. Cohen's always good for making those nice offensive attacks. She likes to come in and every now and then and put the ring on net, test that goalie.
Got a little lucky there. We did have 4 in, and we did pick up the ring, but the refs didn't catch it. So it's good when the defensemen get involved. When they go in, the forwards really have to pay attention, forward, center, as to who's in and who's out. And so it's not always on the defenseman to make that decision, but it can get jumbled up pretty fast if you're not counting.
Aiden starts with a little fake shot there and then gives it right over to Brady. Here we go with this. I like this play here they got. There's a lot of I like this line. They got a lot of communication. Looks like they get away with one here. A little bit of a trip, but the refs don't think so. So that's good. And Cassidy again nice breaking right in through to the front of the net. That's her 3rd time I think tonight, crashing right into the front.
Yeah, I agree. If you can pick up what the other team's allowing you to do, just keep doing it until they stop you. So far it seems like Edmonton's more than willing to let our players just kind of charge in. So good on them for recognizing that and doing it.
Eliana just hanging on to it for a little too long there.
So yeah, Cookster, I'm looking. Do you like the name Cookster?
Sure.
Better than Cookie? Okay. So Cookster, I noticed down on the benches, Peyton looks no worse for wear. A little bit of a breather and some water. So that's good. After that big of a collision, shows you the toughness these girls have as well. So if you notice on that one, the adrenaline triangle plays pretty aggressive to where they don't really let the shooters get a great shot. So helps Eliana out and allows her to play a little bit bigger in the net as well and not have to feel so scrambly.
Yeah, it just makes it so difficult, and don't allow for any good shooting lanes to open up.
When I think like anything, after a while you start to get frustrated by that too, right? And then you start taking more bad shots than you do good shots. So good on the adrenaline for that.
Yeah. Looks like the ice is getting a little bit of snow on it here. It seems like the ring isn't moving quite as quick as it did before. Still got another quarter to play, so it'll be interesting as these girls get old.
It's hard to tell probably through the video, even though Michelle does such a great job and always in focus with that. But yeah, there's almost as much snow on here as there are on the Strathcona streets or City of Edmonton streets, that's for sure.
Or the Meadows parking lot for that matter. Little bumpy coming in here today.
It was.
So the adrenaline was called here on both sides of the blue line. Edmonton got to pick it up here. They get a little weak shot off. Eliana made a nice pad save. Back on the attack.
Two nice saves by Eliana. Sometimes we start to play a little too passive too, though, and there's a fine line between being too aggressive or not aggressive enough in some cases.
That was seemed like a long 5 seconds, but we'll take it. And adrenaline back on the rush here. See if anybody can do anything about it here. Surrey's gets it just across, or kind of, but not really, and Edmonton picks it back up. Passes over. Nobody was there. Oh, the ref I saw had the whistle and then decided no, that wasn't both sides. So Tim back on the attack there. Adrenaline looks like they're getting a little sloppy here in this second half so far. I'm not sure if it's Edmonton's putting a little bit more pressure on them or.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like they're slowing down a little bit, which is always a hard one, but they got to find that second gear here and get back at it because they're definitely. I don't know if Eliana knew that pass was coming back to her, but
I'm not sure what happened. It was
good thing she was ready for that
back
one.
Pass there. You got to be careful on those.
I'm sure Story knew what she was doing, but I'm not saying. But there might be a conversation on the ride home if I know a parent.
Yeah, I think if you're going to do something like that, you got to make sure that the communication is very clear. You know, once when I was a little youngster playing hockey, I passed it back to my goalie and it went in the net. I still think about that to this day.
Probably had more to do with the fact he didn't like you than it was your shot, but only time will tell.
Oh, Eliana just lets it go right through the 5-hole. You could sense that was coming, Ryan. I mean, Edmonton was all over there for a bit. And Adrenaline just could not get that ring out of the zone. They had multiple chances to bring it down into their zone, and Edmonton was all over them and kept that pressure on strong. And finally, they break the goose egg.
I agree. It shows you if you don't make a good clean pass out and it comes back in. Edmonton held us in our zone quite a bit there. And eventually, no matter how good your goalie is, something's going to sneak by or bounce off somebody. So now let's see how the adrenaline respond and get back at this. Good pressure.
There we go. Put a little bit of pressure on. Here we go. That's this line again. Just he seems to really put the pressure on Edmonton. We got Emily misses it, but Amy picked it up. It's caught in her feet here. And it's a little bit of a mad scramble, but Amy comes away with it. So, no.
She is having a great game tonight. She's playing hard on both ends of the ice and really determined to get that ring no matter what when she's out there. So good to see.
Edmonton scores 2 quickly, and they're right back in this game. I'm sure this is what they talked about in the halftime, and looks like Edmonton is just executing their game plan.
Shows you how quick it can change, right? You're up 3-0 and now 3-2, and still lots of time. No panic, but I think the adrenaline need to realize that Edmonton's not playing around anymore. They're going to keep pushing.
Well, it'll be good to see how adrenaline responds here. I mean, this is when you really want to kind of take advantage and see if you can stop this this drive that Edmonton's had here.
So what happened there was it bounced off of Hayden's skate, went out, Hayden picked it up. And the tricky thing on that play, they tried it the last time as well. And if you don't switch it up from different sides or sometimes do the same play but throw it to a different player, it can get a little predictable. So we'll see if the adrenaline learned from that. And didn't bite him this time, but again.
Oh, and it's a nice quick snag there. They're right back in adrenaline zone. They got to get moving their feet here a little bit. And you never want to be caught standing still, just gliding. Edmonton with those couple goals just seems like they got a little bit more jump in their step here. And adrenaline's going to have to really dig deep. See if they can find something. Eliana makes a great save there. And see if they can get a...
Here we go.
He gives it up right here to Hayden. She's got a break. She's got a step. Takes a shot. None. Goalie was right there. Came right out onto the top of the crease. Made a great save.
And that Edmonton player didn't slow down, so Hayden really didn't have much of a chance. She got lucky to get that shot off, but she didn't really have a chance to deke either. Again, it shows you how important just always keeping your feet moving and trying to keep that speed up.
Oh, I think Adrenaline got away with one there. Look, there was going to be a break pass, but right off the skate of one of Adrenaline defenders. Oh, it's it through. I thought that ring hit the post there.
Went off the side, Chad. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, Edmonton's shooting and they're putting them on net. The first while they were throwing them all high and wide, but they're definitely getting zoned in a little bit here. Another big save by Eliana.
So Lena picks it up here. She's got some pretty good speed going. Marley's gonna just goes right past Marley. She's doing some good digging there and just kind of falls.
Just about had it.
Here comes Edmonton. This is their captain here. You got to be careful with her shot. Again, they're trying to get that pass. They want to get those shots off. They're looking for shooters. This Adrenaline looks a little tired here. They're not really pushing out much at all.
Oh,
and they're tied right back up. They allowed them to get right back in this game. And we got a 3-3 tie. It's going to make for a great fourth quarter.
Yeah, definitely. And what did I see up here, and whether you agree, I guess, the Adrenaline are just sitting a little too stationary now. So it goes from being that tight triangle to really just standing there. And it's the whole team. We're not picking it up clearly in the middle zone, and it comes right back in our end so quickly. And that gets tiring, so it's only natural then. So Adrenaline need to be a little bit smoother with their passes, more precise. And honestly, coming out of our end, it needs to be a lot more quick.
Amy just tries to take the game over and say enough's enough, but goalie makes a good save. Edmonton decides to just dump it right down. There's a 2-line pass, so Adrenaline just allowed to pick that ring up uncontested. Diana. Up to Amy. Amy's looking for Emily. She picks it up. Emily, little spin move, gets knocked down, but still gets the shot off, and a great glove save by the goalie for Edmonton here.
Oh, nice try.
Good job. Amy gets another shot off and right off the pad.
So if you guys noticed on that play, when Edmonton came in, they kind of just walked around. And again, the White's got to pick up who your player is and really skate to him, stick to him. If you're sitting back or not really heads up on and taking a look around, they can get by you pretty quick. And Edmonton, when they're coming in our end, they've got one thing in mind, and they're headed for that goal.
Yeah, I think that third quarter couldn't have ended quick enough for Adrenaline, so it's nice for them to get a little bit of a regroup here, maybe get some instruction from the coaches, a little bit of motivation to keep their feet moving. I think Edmonton's a hungry bunch. Adrenaline, with all the wins that they've had this year, I'm sure they've got a big target on their back, and Edmonton has been just on the other side of these games for all season, and they'd probably want nothing more to take Adrenaline down. And they look like they really want it. Adrenaline's going to have to, if they want to keep their win streak alive here, they're going to have to really dig deep, stand their ground, and start making some aggressive plays on their own zone, and not take their foot off the gas in the offensive zone either. Get some more shots on this goalie, start moving that ring around, maybe get the goalie moving side to side a bit, just something.
Yeah, I agree. When you're the queens of the league right now in your division, everybody's gunning for you, and Edmonton would be love to be the first team to hand us a loss. So I feel the Adrenaline are going to come back. They got some good instructions from the coaches, and now they just got to put it to the test.
I think his first couple minutes here are going to be critical to see how this gameplay goes. It's nice that Hayden takes the ring right back. Right off of Brady's skate, Edmonton is able to pick it up off the boards, and they're trying to get it back in, but Cohen's there. She picks it up. A little bit of space and time here, so cuts right through the two Edmonton players. Brady just misses that pass on the inside, and Edmonton comes in here on the rush. Oh, there we go. McKenna.
Nice play, McKenna.
A little bit of a hook there. I'm not sure what the ref saw, but
I think at this stage of the game, the girls just have to realize the refs are letting pretty much anything go unless it's blatant. So you just got to power through it and push through. Here's a bounce off Hayden's stick, and
over here. We got a one-on-one
situation.
situation. Oh, nice save by Eliana.
Massive save. That's a big save there, Chad. Oh. This is where it's on the D in the forward or center in that case to give Eliana decisive options to throw to.
Nice save, just right off the toe. Eliana was able to just track that ring, kick it out to the side. McKenna's got it here. A little bit of the stick is right in the hands there, and the refs do not care about that at all. So Edmonton right back at it.
It's tricky. McKenna's such a strong skater on her skates, and I think that's part of it sometimes. If you don't fall, you don't get the calls that are there regardless.
Oh, and Edmonton sneaks that one right in.
So let's see what they do here. They've got
down by one. 4 unanswered goals by Edmonton.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
Sherwood Park just gives it straight away, right off the free ring. You know, ringette being a possession game, you always want to have that ring. Eliana picks it up off the goal. Oh, there. Whoa.
Nice knockdown by the Edmonton player there.
Yeah. Push out.
Oh,
Nice defensive stick work there. Just in time.
almost bounced right to the Edmonton player.
Yeah.
This is where in our zone, our girls should have those active sticks and not allow those passes across so easily. Eliana decides it's better to hold on to it and start fresh here and make sure that everything's going the way you want, not just throw it away.
Well, Edmonton just looks like right off the free ring, puts it right top corner. What a great shot!
That was a heck of a shot.
And now Adrenaline is down by 2.
So this is where you have to push a little bit. You don't want to take unnecessary chances, but 8 and a bit minutes left, and the way Edmonton's going, you're going to have to try and open it up a little bit. So again, those clear, quick passes, and to be honest, I think the speed has to pick up a little bit from the Adrenaline side.
Just especially through the second half. I mean, Adrenaline's best quarter was that second quarter. Since then, the first quarter, Edmonton looked like they really wanted it. And definitely here in the second half, it looks like Edmonton is a lot hungrier team. We'll see how Amy gets 2 cracks at it. Goldie makes a couple nice saves there. Edmonton's able to pick it up off the boards, and looks like Adrenaline's going to get a penalty for tripping. Peyton is going to go off for tripping. Sometimes when you're playing in these games, and if you got 5 unanswered goals against you, it just seems like everything's against you. You got penalties coming now. This is when it's time you really got to dig deep and just focus on good old-fashioned hard work.
I agree, and don't let it get down. There's still lots of time to get back. It's just cliche, but
this is a really interesting formation here. Edmonton opts to start all on the boards, and then they fan out. Not fooling Amy.
Amy had a great read on that one. Wasn't falling for that
shooter right out of the play. Lot of stick work. I heard the ref just say, "Watch your stick," so they're giving them some warnings. We got Amy just going to squeak in here. A little back check by the captain for Edmonton. Edmonton's on the zone, on the attack. Here she comes in. She's looking for that shot, looking for that opening. Not there. Nice block shot. Ooh, a tricky backhand. Sometimes you don't see those coming. Those can be quite lethal.
Yeah, Diana had a nice defensive stick on that play there.
Oh, we don't want to let this position happen. Nice job closing it. Looked like for a minute there the captain for Edmonton had an opening, but Adrenaline just closed right in on her and shut her down.
Amy did a great job there. She had her one hand on the Edmonton player's waist, just that way you can feel where they're going. Edmonton knows you're right there, and did a great job defending.
Here we go. Another fast break by Edmonton. They're in all alone. And she puts it right in the net. 6-3 Edmonton. A little bit of a comedy of errors happening on the ice here now.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, the Adrenaline, I think, just got jumbled as to who was where and sneaks out, and then the Edmonton player is wide open in our zone. Nice try by Eliana, but that's a hard one to save.
Yeah. Fast break's always tough. You get a breakaway. It's a 50-50 ring there, and this time it happens to go in the net. There's nothing going for Adrenaline right now. They're running into all sorts of problems. Edmonton again on the fast break, and then Eliana with a nice save. Doesn't look to be rattled at all, which is good to see. Let's see if the offense for Adrenaline. Nope, they're good. lose the ring right in the neutral zone. And allow Edmonton to come right back in here. Looks like they're going to come take another shot. A weak shot on Eliana, puts it off the stick. Oh, nice little support pass there, and Adrenaline's making their way out.
Yeah, great read by McKenna for that. She's done that a couple times tonight, and it just keeps the play alive, sucks the Edmonton players into the corner, and gives the Adrenaline a nicer, clean break.
Oh, right in, Cohen!
Great shot on
Great
the ice
shot
by
on net.
Cohen. And it shows you 6-4.
A little bit of a Sally.
5.5 minutes left, so maybe that injects that adrenaline into their veins and they get flying, because they can turn quickly, as Edmonton showed. So hang on, people. Here come the adrenaline.
Yeah, we got 5:30 left to go in the game here. Hopefully this sparked a little bit of life in her adrenaline, and see how this next series goes. Shot from far out. Eliana just having a bit of difficulty there, making its way out here. Adrenaline having a difficult time getting across her own blue line, but
yeah, I think Olivia was scared that she touched it and didn't want to get called on both sides, but it kind of jumbles things up, and luckily no worse for wear.
Oh, Adrenaline. Shot clock. Oh, Edmonton in a fast break. Ooh, get in front. Oh, the ring is on the stick of Eliana. Right in front of the net, difficult spot to be in there for Lena. Drawn an Adrenaline. Got to make it out of their zone. The shot clock's already down to 12 seconds here. Not a lot of time for them to do anything with it, but they're going to have to try something. Olivia's got it. She's got to rip it. She does, and it just misses wide. Shot clock went off, and goalie ring going for Edmonton here. Adrenaline just totally caught off guard by that quick throw by the goalie. Allowed Edmonton to move that right out of their zone and right back in Adrenaline's spot.
Shows you how quick, with that quick transition, Edmonton had 4 in our zone before we had more than just our 2 back. So yeah, they're catching us off guard a little bit here.
McKenna having trouble grabbing the ring, but she gets it. All the way over to Emily here, and she's got a couple in the zone already. She's looking. Feeds
Nice
it right.
pass. Oh, big save by Edmonton's goalie.
Dylan gets in. Nice shot. Adrenaline's just hard on that ring, gets it back. But this is how they have to play for the remaining 3 minutes here. Is just cannot allow Edmonton to get out of their zone at all. Amy's battling up high, just below the blue line. Edmonton gets it a little bit deeper, right into Adrenaline's zone, and Amy kicks the ring out, which is a really nice, smart play. And Emily now looks for somebody, and blocked by Edmonton players, and she decides to just flip it down. You know, I always used to say no flippy passes, but that was a good situation. Just get it out. Oh, Emily, a little scrambly by Edmonton. Adrenaline's able to pick it up. Rings off the boards, not quite out. Cohen decides to go in. Always dangerous when she likes to go on an attack. Let's see what happens.
Nice
Yes!
goal! She puts it in. Truer words never spoken, Cookster. And that's it. So you saw in that play, Edmonton couldn't get it out. They kind of scrambled, throw that flip pass up along the boards with not enough gumption. And then our players pick it up, come in. The nice thing is I think the Adrenaline are starting to realize they just need to get back to playing the game they do. Cohen does a great job walking through and getting that shot. Beautiful goal.
And that's... Oof. And it makes say we got 2 minutes left here. Adrenaline 2 unanswered goals makes this a 1-goal game, but I'm a little difficulty getting it out of our zone here. Refs decide to blow it down, give it to Adrenaline, so it's going to be a goalie ring.
They're going to be fighting for that space in front of the net, so every ring pass, every stick on it, the girls are going to have to really be strong on their sticks. Make those quick decisions.
Eliana moves it, and then Adrenaline picks it up. We got Cassidy tries to get it out, but Edmonton's stick was just right there. Takes a little bit of a tumble. A lot of difficulty here. Adrenaline's having a lot of difficulty getting it out of our zone. Kind of the theme of the night, really, isn't it? Brady battling. Edmonton ends up with it. Back in Adrenaline zone.
Nice pickup by Cohen. She gets it out. And there goes Brady if she can get that pass.
Cassidy puts it down in the zone.
A little out of reach, but
Brady gets it.
Hard,
Here she
picks
comes.
It up. Oh, what a pass over.
What a tie it up with a great play. Brady over to Hayden. Ties this game right back up. Fantastic play by
Hayden was the beneficiary of that, but that was all Brady once it got in the zone. Picked it up, cycled back around, looked up, saw her teammate was wide open and got it over. So smart play.
You can always count on Brady. She's always looking for that smart play first. She's a very unselfish player, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
Very cerebral player. I don't think I'm speaking out of school. Pretty sure it all comes from the mom. Less than a minute left. The Adrenaline are going to have to push. Nice triangle play. Good job, McKenna, playing. Not giving them much to look at.
Yeah, he's going to push. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens this next 30 seconds in the game here. McKenna's going to chase that ring down. She
nice
ends up
stick
checking
work,
it.
McKenna. Good job.
And moves it right out of the zone. Good for her. Edmonton's going to have to regroup here. They get her right back in the zone. And
don't let her walk in, girls.
Oh, shot just missed inside the net. Lena's got it. She's going to rush to take this thing right out of the zone. We got to get some forwards open. They find one, Olivia. But she just can't get her hands quite on it, but she ends up with it. She's got to get that puck in, get that ring into the other zone. And that's it. There we have it.
I'll take that tie when it was up to 3 goals at the end there. So good comeback by the Adrenaline. Good fortitude to not buckle under the pressure. And at the end, the defenseman did a great job of looking for the open spaces, being strong with the stick and getting it out, not just flipping it under pressure. So good job.
Yeah, there was 2 goals by Cohen and then 1 goal by Hayden with a beautiful pass over from Brady. It's always really unfortunate when you go down, when you're up 3-0, you end up on the other end of that set, down 6-3, but the Adrenaline finds a way to come back.
Yeah, and it's nice to see they work through. Adversity is never a bad thing, and the first half of the session, the Adrenaline cruised through a lot of games, and it's not like they didn't have to work, but they were the cream of the crop for a long time, and now every team gets a little better, our girls as well, and that adversity will just help forge them into the team that they're becoming for sure. A wagon, as they say.
Yeah, it's going to make for an interesting next few games here. If you look at the standings, we got Sherwood Park Adrenaline and Red Deer right up on top, both with 3 wins. Sherwood Park's got 2 ties to go on their record now. And it looks like a whole lot of teams got a bunch of other games to play. So it'll be interesting to see how the division shakes out. And when we head into that season 3, that elusive season 3, the playoffs come the end of February.
I agree. Well, thanks, Cookie. I'm not sure which name you love the best, but great having you on here. I know we're just the fill-ins. The brains behind it all is Brady and Basilic, and both Brady's by that.
Yeah, the regulars will be welcome back.
Yeah,
come the next game.
So as much as I'll say like and smash that button and subscribe, you're probably all gone by this time because of us. And as Basilic says, grab that EpiPen because you just had a shot of adrenaline.